had like people from other African countries who deserved it. And Ghanaians were on there too, rooting for Black Sheriff. At the end of the day, see, she won. I mean, she won because she deserves it. Everyone who had a nomination deserves it, actually. But she won. Let's not go. Hey, I think it's Naya Moyesa. It is fanatism. I feel sad when people do that.
Patriotism or fanatism.
Oh.
But I mean, big ups to Ayra Starr. And I said the reason why a lot of people were not rooting for her or didn't see it coming is basically because she's not like in your face like the others. Do you get it? She's not in your face like that. But she's been working.
She is.
People even forget that she had 3 nominations in this year's BET Awards. You get it? So, Eddie K says, Nana, it's true. Last year was Tyler and this year is Molly. Exactly. It says, I put on my radio because...
It
says I put on my radio because the boat I'm in right now is tuning large. Big shouts to Enoch. All right, so Enoch, good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in large. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, moving on to our next story. I think this morning to yesterday throughout to this morning, Shatta Fancy Gadam, they've been trending because they had the One Done concert in Tamale.
Yeah.
And you know, when I saw the video, then I remember what she said about the music industry in the north. Like, you guys,
you people think, when you think music, people just think of the South and maybe a bit of Kumasi.
But love there.
Let's not forget, we are just in June, right?
Yeah.
And there's been 3 major shows up north, apart from the One Don's own. Macasio had his own there.
Okay.
And then another artist, I've forgotten the name, one of the young artists also had the show there in the same sports stadium.
I'm going to start my music career there. Because when I saw the video, I said, yo.
Yes, in the same sports stadium.
I heard it's about 20,000 capacity.
The thing is that they don't sell the whole arena.
Okay.
They use a particular side, like half of it. Do you get it? So maybe from the center line to the center line end, and they use just one side, so they're able to sell that whole arena. That's what's been happening.
Wow.
And it's a normal thing up north. It's a normal thing up north now. I was there in what year? Some years ago. Myself, it was Fancy Gadam and then Sarkodie. The same thing happened. Like the whole place was sold out.
Wow.
So up north, that's why they get angry when they are not nominated for the Ghana Music Awards.
Nobody had nominations this year.
This year, I doubt. So that's why they always have a problem, because there are big things happening out there, and maybe
it's like we don't see it.
Yeah, the point is we need to turn a spotlight. That's the problem. That's the problem. Anyway, so big ups to Fancy Gadam and big ups to Shatta as well.
Shatta. Anyway, my final story is on my Joy Online. From last week, nurses have been on strike.
Oh, yeah.
From last week, nurses have been on strike. I heard yesterday there was actually, they were in talks with the members, the executives of the Nurses Association and all of that, but I don't know what has come of it.
Well, they say they are ready for negotiations, but of course not on the terms of the CMA, how do we call it? Yeah, collective bargaining agreement, the CBA. They are not going to discuss those terms.
They didn't really give the government the chance to, talk with them before they started their strike.
Oh no!
That's according to the health committee chairman. He said that they didn't exhaust all avenues before declaring the strike.
So that makes it illegal.
No, yes, and they actually let me get this right. There was supposed to be an injunction against the strike, but as of yesterday.
Oh, okay. So
now,
a court actually declared their strike void. Okay. And so there was an injunction.
Yes.
An injunction was placed on the strike.
Yes, but still, and as of yesterday, they were still striking. And with some of the stories I've seen, it looks like people are suffering for this particular strike.
I mean, of course, and you know that the labor laws classify a certain number of people, a certain professionals as what's the word? I want to get the word right, but there are certain class of individuals, essential services, right? There are certain class of people whose services are considered essential, and under normal circumstances, they are not supposed to go on strike. Okay, and you have nurses, you have doctors, you have all those people as part.
Yeah.
But every worker has the right to go on strike.
Yes.
But you have to exhaust all the measures, okay? So you have to exhaust all the measures before you go on strike. So I don't know the veracity of this as to whether, yes, indeed, they exhausted all, or the health ministry saying something else.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just hope that they're able to, agree on certain things. Because according to the nurses, it's not like they are bringing something new to the table.
No, it's more.
There was a collective
that
bargaining agreement that was signed under MPP.
Yes,
and they want the government to implement it. That's all.
But this is sad because according to City News, an nursing mother actually lost her twins yesterday. Because of delayed medical attention.
Man, that's crazy. And
I've seen other
yes, and
stories.
I think this will not be an exception. There will be so many other issues happening around the country because of the striking nurses. And we wish the government is able to,
because it's not just the nurses, it's the registered nurses and the midwives.
Yes, and now I understand that they are trying to include even the midwives and nurses who are teaching in nursing training school.
See, in as much as your conditions of service is very important to you.
That's why I say
from 2nd June till now,
that's what I'm saying. They are classified as essential service providers.
2nd June till 9th. I don't know if this morning they return back to work, but 2nd June.
They've not announced anything yet, so
it's serious. Like, we understand your concerns, but
as it stands, that's where we find ourselves.
I feel like the authorities. It
means you need to start paying, but the point is,
but as you said, it's
money
been agreed upon. That was last year, 2024.
Yes, it was agreed on by
the agreement is already there.
It says MPP tricked them. Anyway, I've heard people also say, listen, the thing was signed last year. Why didn't you go on strike for them to implement it last year? Why now?
Maybe they told them that it will start in 2025. You never know.
So they knew that when they win, then they will continue.
No, it's not about the winning. It's about, okay, we've had an agreement with you.
But no matter
effect. Whoever comes into power, it's been agreed upon. So
okay.
And I don't think it's been communicated to them. Say, I don't think so.
No, but
right?
When governments are handing over, they hand over and they let them know what's at stake, and so I'm sure the government should have been aware that there was a CBA like that.
But this is sad.
But some governments are mafia part. There's something called midnight action.
I know. I don't think you guys will play with the lives of people like that just for your whatever. But good luck to our BEC candidates who are writing tomorrow. They're starting tomorrow.
Yeah, we wish them the very best. We wish them the best. BEC first ever external examinations. We wish you guys the best. Go with the vim. Like Scientific would say, may the vim be with you. Anyway, thank you very much, Miss Blessing Doe, for bringing us to the daily trends this morning on the Big Wine.
This is YFM.